Hello everyone, here's your weather hazard briefing for Thursday, September 12th. Cooler and wet conditions as expected today with the low overhead, but it'll warm up pretty quickly after we get through today. Highest amounts will be over the central mountains and the eastern highlands, and snowfall is possible around 8,000 to 9,000 feet. We could see it a little bit lower, especially if we get some heavier bands set up or some heavier showers and storms to develop. That'd drive the snow level down another 500 feet or so. The snow amounts won't be very heavy at all up in the mountains. And with all the moisture around for some folks, especially up in the central mountains and over in the eastern highlands, it's going to slow fire season down. We're getting to that time of year. It's not going to end it. We're going to have to see several of these storm systems lining up to potentially do that. That next system arrives for the first part of next week. However, in between, it gets dry and it warms up pretty quickly once again across our area. Satellite shows low pressure spinning over central portions of Idaho into southwest Montana. This low will continue to churn off to the north and east today. We've had a little bit of lightning overnight here, especially east of I-15 and also into the central mountains and in the southwest Idaho as well. And that potential for off and on isolated storms with the embedded with the showers is there for the rest of the day into this evening. Our weather risk outlook matrix, we do have some higher impacts expected up in the central mountains where we have some burn scars, some steep terrain, heavier precipitation. It's not a foregone conclusion that we may have issues, but certainly something to think about. Lower impacts elsewhere. Just a few showers tomorrow over the eastern highlands and up across portions of Limhi County. We get that break, and then showers and storms with bigger impacts returning by Monday, as we'll start to see showers and thunderstorms moving back into the region. How are things shaping up for today? We're looking at most of the precipitation staying up to our north, some bands and pockets of showers and storms to the south, and just kind of follow the general trend, not necessarily where individual band or any particular set of showers or storms to develop. But you'll notice we kind of get activity that's early on shifting eastward while the bulk of the moisture still stays up to our north. That trend will continue into the afternoon hours. Around 4 or 5 o'clock, we're going to start seeing it shift to the north and to the east. And some of the higher resolution models actually keep this moisture back to the south and west, a little bit more to the south and west, say from around Soda, Pocatello, up through Haley and Stanley. Just something to watch. But the trend will be, however, as we go into the evening, moisture shifts away up to the north and to the east of us. Maybe a few lingering showers overnight, and any potential showers tomorrow earlier in the day will be up around Island Park and along the Idaho border, or Montana border, as we go into the afternoon hours. So going back to the rest of the forecast, here's our rainfall amounts this morning, and again, a lot of this is dependent on bands or heavier showers, but you'll notice not a lot to the south. The heavier amounts, the eastern highlands, especially over closer to the Wyoming border and up into Limhi County in the central mountains, Willow Creek, Chalice area as well. So, and again, snow amounts generally light up there this morning, a couple inches. Maybe a couple of the spots that are really, really up there might have 4 or 5 inches of snow. We'll see how things progress during the day. But as it gets a little bit warmer today, what snow falls, it won't completely melt, but some of it will go away later on today. Rainfall this evening, you'll see the trend continues to shift to the north and to the east. Heavier precipitation shifts up into southwest Idaho or Montana, but we'll still see some pockets of heavier amounts along the Wyoming border and up around Lost Trail Pass as well. And for tomorrow, just a couple of hundreds here and there up in Limhi County and up around Island Park before that all shifts out of the area later in the day. And looking at those snowfall amounts for the rest of this event, you can see just a couple of inches here and there. Maybe the higher elevations are, places like Bora up into Limhi County, the Limhi Range. Some of those snow amounts might be over 6 inches, 4 to 6 inches of snow in a few spots, but generally light amounts expected, and some snow over into the Tetons also in western Wyoming as well. Those wind gusts, as we go through the rest of the morning and afternoon, you can see those gusts pretty much stuck up and down the Snake Plain, the Magic Valley, down into the South Hills. Some of those gusts over 40 miles per hour. We do have a lake wind advisory in effect today for American Falls Reservoir because some of those gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour. We're going to be fairly close to a wind advisory over portions of the Magic Valley and up around the Arco Desert and the Craters of the Moon area. We'll see how that progresses. For right now, though, in terms of headlines, we just have a lake wind advisory in effect for American Falls. Temperature-wise for today, and by the way, those winds quickly wind down this evening. Temperature-wise today, some of us will barely hit 60 degrees, if that today. It'll be up in the 30s and 40s, up into the central mountains, into southwest Montana, up in the high country. For tomorrow, you can see frost freeze conditions in our typical colder spots. We'll probably have a few spots out across the Snake Plain that'll probably get a little bit of frost in the morning. Temperatures, though, nicely rebounding, 65 to 70 in the lower elevations, 50s up in the high country. We'll skip ahead to Sunday just to show you how quickly it does warm up. Overnight lows staying pretty cool, but again, frost freeze conditions confined to the really cold spots for this time of year. 70s to near 80 in the valleys, 60s in the mountains. Places like Boer probably staying in the 50s, also up in the higher elevations of the Tetons as well. And then Monday, we start to see temperatures dropping. That's when the next system comes through. We'll have an increase in clouds and chance of showers and thunderstorms later Sunday night and into Monday. So once again, we've got our rain and high mountain snow coming through today with this area of low pressure. The highest amounts for the rest of the event and overall will be across the central mountains and the eastern highlands. We do get a break for most areas tomorrow, then into the weekend, dry and warmer, and then we start the next wave coming through for the first part of next week. Have a great day, and do stay safe out there, everyone.